Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Serena and today we are talking about how to deal with conflict in your twin flame relationships. Watch this video. Welcome back. Thank you so much for being here today. If you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like and comment on this video. If you are looking for more support in your ascension journey, your new earth relationships, or your twin flame dynamics, definitely check the link below where you can go to my website and find out how to work with me one-on-one. If you're returning, thank you so much. Welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about twin flame conflict and what to do if you're having conflict in your twin flame relationship. Now, it seems like for most people that I deal with on a regular basis, your conflict is actually mostly in your separation stage, where for me, actually, my conflict has been mostly in my union stage. And I think there's different reasons for that. Of course, obviously, as a soul, you come in and choose the direction and the dynamics that you want to have and the evolution that you want to have, right? So me, I have a lot of trauma and wounding around being in relationships. So it makes sense that most of my conflict with my twin would come up while we're in union, actually physically together, because that's where most of my trauma exists. Whereas other people have a lot of trust issues, have a lot of issues being self-sufficient, a lot of issues with codependency, right? So theirs might exist more in the separation stage. Now, regardless which one you are, there's a lot of ways you can tell if you're with your twin flame just solely based on the conflict that you guys have. So if you're still in that space where you're questioning, is this my twin? Is this a soulmate? Is this a karmic? You can actually use conflict as a really good marker for what type of relationship you are in or what type of dynamic you're experiencing. So I say this because each type of relationship is going to basically address the conflict in a different type of way, right? So when I'm in conflict with my twin, I can bring that conflict to him. And I have also the self-awareness to know that when I'm in conflict with my twin, generally it's not anything he's doing. It's more so generally how I'm feeling about what he's doing, right? So there's a big difference, because if someone's doing something to intentionally hurt you, that's one thing. But if someone's just being themselves and them being themselves is then triggering how you are feeling, that's still yours, right? And that's conflict with yourself, not actually direct conflict with them. So that's something to keep in mind as well. And we could go into, that dynamic of conflict and internal conflict, internal warring versus, warring with your partner all day long. But that's for another video. So if you're bringing conflict to your twin, they are essentially going to do two things. They are going to, one, listen actively and hear you. And most likely, they're also going to feel you. So they're going to really engage with whatever it is you're bringing up, even if you think it's silly, even if you think it's, petty or small or whatever it is. They love you and your twin values you. So they are going to listen to whatever it is that you have to say with open ears and open mind. The second thing they're going to do is they're not going to let you off the hook, right? So in another relationship, maybe a soulmate relationship or just a regular everyday relationship, you might come to somebody and say, this is the conflict and I don't like that you're doing this. And they'll think, okay, now I have to change. Your twin isn't going to let you off the hook that easily. Your twin is going to come at you equally. And if you say, I have a problem with this that you're doing, they're not going to say, okay, let me change. They're going to say, okay, I see that you're having a problem with that. Where does that come from? How does it make you feel? And how can we address this together, right? So the unity of addressing conflict in a twin flame relationship is unlike any other relationship. It's going to always be very equal in the fact that your twin is going to listen to you, but they're also not going to bow down to you, because you are mirror souls, you are equals in every single way. So if you're somebody in relationships previously where you can manipulate your way into, conflict or getting what you want, that's not going to happen with your twin flame. Your twin flame is going to call you out on your BS, basically. And they're going to make you do your inner work. They're really going to tell you whether they think they're at the wrong or whether they think you are at the wrong. And then it's your guys' job to work through it together. Whereas if you compare that to a karmic relationship, right, you bring conflict to a karmic relationship, and the karmic is going to say, you're crazy, I don't see it that way, that's your drama, you need to work it out on your own, I would never do that, I can't believe you think so. There's going to be a lot of gaslighting, right, with a karmic relationship. There's going to be a lot of blame, shame, and guilt with a karmic relationship. They're not going to want to change or evolve. They're going to put it back on you that it's all of your job to change and evolve if you have a problem. They're not willing to change, shift, or accommodate you really in any way. And that's really the major difference between the karmic and the twin flame in terms of conflict, is there's going to be a major difference in the way that you handle conflict. Now, soulmates are kind of those feel-good relationships, right? So if you bring conflict to a soulmate relationship, it's kind of like your best friend, Like your best friend's maybe going to give you some advice. They're going to say, oh, you could try this or you could do this, but they're ultimately not going to work through it necessarily with you. Some things they might, but your conflict is going to stay pretty separate to this person has conflict with this person, or this person has conflict with this person. It's going to stay fairly separate. Whereas a twin flame is going to see a problem and say, how can we work on it together? So in a twin flame relationship, it's always you guys against the problem, or you guys dissolving or transcending the problem. A karmic is always you are the problem. It's your problem. And the soulmate is always, sorry that you have a problem, basically. So there's not really more support than that. So those are the three dynamics from my perspective in my own experiences on conflict. And the way in which you can deal with that, especially if you're in your twin flame relationship, is bringing that conflict fully to your partner, right? And understanding that it's not necessarily a bad thing to have the conflict, right? Conflict shows you, like I said in the beginning, it can show you what type of a relationship you are in. When you have the support of your partner in conflict, it makes the conflict dissolve right away, right? So a lot of us have wounding around being able to share these parts of ourselves with our partners, or these parts that we can deem ugly, or if we're feeling misunderstood, or we're feeling unappreciated in our relationships, or whatever that is. It's important to look at yourself, and especially in a twin flame relationship, the most important thing to keep in mind when you feel like there is conflict is, what does this say about me? What am I not giving myself, right? So if you make a beautiful dinner for your partner and they're like, oh, cool, thanks, but I'm gonna go eat out tonight, and you feel just totally unappreciated, right? Where are you not appreciating yourself, right? Because the issues we have with others are actually issues we have with ourselves, right? So if I'm saying, oh my God, I can't believe he didn't eat my beautiful dinner that I slaved away cooking all day, and I'm so he so doesn't appreciate me. Okay, well, where are you not appreciating yourself, right? And where are you trying to get outside validation? So in conflict within twin flame relationships, it's such a strong mirror that you're always going to have to look back on yourself and see like, okay, where did I not show up for myself fully, right? Because your twin flame is not there to complete you. They are there to help you support yourself in showing up for yourself, right? And that's why a twin will never let you off the hook, because they're not there to make all your problems go away. They're not there to financially support you. They're not there to birth your child. They're not there to, you know, make sure you feel the love that you never got as a, you know, child. They are there literally to show you how to be there for yourselves and how to show up for yourself the most fully that you can, right? So I hope this helped you guys. If you have any more questions on conflict in your twin flame relationships, or just different relationship dynamics in general in your new earth relationships, definitely put them down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next time. Big love, Serena.